You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
Yeah.
I'm just letting him do the dancing because it looks awful. Go ahead.
Come on, I'm our Truth's core audience, aren't I?
Oh dear.
Pretty much.
Something like that.
What's up, everybody? Biggest for doing, and we are here doing another SmackDown AfterBuzz for you tonight. Welcome, everybody. I'm Christian Rosenberg. I'm your host, but not doing this alone. I got Mr. Romore with me. How are you, sir?
Please stop that music now. Nothing against our truth, but anyway, I'm in the house.
And next to him is Kaori. Takee, how are you, my dear?
Hi guys, I'm doing phenomenal.
Well, I'm glad that you are doing phenomenal because we are here to do SmackDown, last SmackDown before Battleground. That's right, we got another pay-per-view. We just had one.
Yeah.
We got another one.
Like what, every 2 weeks right now?
It's ridiculous.
We're in that span of 3 pay-per-views over an 8-week span. And tonight, SmackDown hails from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge, that's how it's pronounced.
Go
That's
Tigers,
the correct way
I
to
guess.
pronounce it.
You want me
I've
to
been there
pronounce
once.
Did you get drunk?
I did. I was there for a Thanksgiving road trip with some friends of mine. I went to an LSU game.
Yeah, it's only about an hour away from New Orleans. I'm sorry, Nolans.
Excuse yous.
All right. Well, we start SmackDown off because we got a packed show. Yeah, go ahead and put my shades on, Corey. Try to feel like a rosebud for a moment. Go for it.
Oh God, that almost makes me want to tell you to take them off.
So yeah, we got a lot to cover today because we got SmackDown. We got to do our predictions to try to get that predictions title away from Raw.
You mean we will get it back. You guys got me. Don't worry about it. I'm in the studio making my predictions the last 2 times I was out, so this is happening.
And
Where
is
did
my
this
question.
cockiness come from?
I like
These
her
glasses
cockiness.
do something to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, she put on the shades and she
now
is
she's a new
cocky and
persona.
arrogant. Where did she takes
I
them
like
off?
this.
She
We
takes them
needed
off.
this
She's
from
shy
her.
and timid.
The problem is what happened to your cockiness.
My cockiness.
Yeah, you when you had the belt, you were all theme songed out and personal entrances and drivers and all of that. And now you're just like, we got to try to get it back.
I know, right?
Because now it's a point. They made it personal over on Raw, so it's got to turn into a team game. This past Monday was a special day for me. It was my official 8th anniversary of being in the wrestling business. I don't mean just like talking or being a fan of it. I'm talking about like legitimately doing wrestling shows. And Johnny LaQuasto on Raw was just bashing me saying, well, what have you done? Have you done anything? I'm like John Cena compared to Johnny LaQuasto when it comes to wrestling.
What has Quasta done?
LaQuasto has been a backstage interviewer for the only wrestling show I know of that airs reruns.
Oh,
So
that's a shot.
So, boom to you on that. And we'll get more into them a little later. Let's start off with SmackDown. And we got Big Show starting things off in the ring. And he's, shockingly, still a little upset. Seems still kind of depressed.
Was he crying again?
He was not crying this week.
That's
There were
wonderful.
no tears this week.
It's a lot of depression, though, watching him all the time being like this. But hey.
It's almost like he needs some antidepressants at this point.
Yes.
So
Keeps getting
loved.
things taken away from him.
Yeah, everything's been taken away, and we got another chunk of it in this. So Big Show comes out and is talking. Lately, I've been ashamed of myself. I've done bad things to really good people. I did those things because I have no alternative. I mean, when you're a giant, there aren't many other job opportunities out there.
You can be a giant.
Yeah, there's a lot of
giant.
stuff.
I'm sure there are more things than he's aware of.
There's a place called the NBA. He wouldn't fit, but
I mean, maybe he just needs to set up a Monster.com account. Who knows?
Yeah.
Is that even still around?
Yes.
Monster?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, she knows.
Oh, all right.
I know everything.
He's like, well, I can't. He's asking a WWE. Well, he's telling WWE Universe, I can't ask for your forgiveness because what I've done is unforgivable. But what I do ask is for a little understanding. And tonight I'm facing the Shield in a 3-on-1 handicap match, and if I'm going down, I'm taking the Shield with me. Crowd's like, yeah, go Big Show.
Like Peter Griffin right there.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the few impressions I can somewhat do is Peter
But
Griffin.
that was pretty good. Solid.
Yeah. Triple H then comes out as Big Show's getting ready to leave. And Triple H just lays out saying, I'm ashamed of you, Big Show. I'm ashamed of the man you've become. I'm ashamed of the locker room leader that you are and how you question my authority.
Question my authority.
The authority. We're just doing this. How many cartoons can we imitate in this show?
We're wrestling watchers a lot, of
Yes.
cartoons.
The good
Fair
ones,
point.
too.
Yeah.
And Triple H, continues about the talk about how you can't afford this, you can't afford that. And now we're really getting into the mortgage. And Triple H announces, as of this morning, you no longer own a dime to your mortgage. And Big Show's looking at him like, what? Like, how is this possible? And Triple H pulls out a little packet of paper and is like, you no longer owe the bank, you owe me. I paid off your mortgage. So now you have to pay me off.
Mm-hmm.
Being that I used to work in property management, in that regard, no one's really ever allowed to sign off and pay for anything unless you're on that lease or contract or a co-signer of some kind.
Yeah.
How does Triple H just walk into a bank and pay off his mortgage?
Because he's Triple H. That's how he does it.
He's the game.
That's the response. WWE response.
That's the WWE
Yeah, that's
response.
the WWE
He's Triple H.
answer.
He's COO.
He
He did what's best for
He
business.
took
Yeah.
his sledgehammer into the bank. He said, I'm buying this house.
Just like, all right, now somehow Triple H was on the mortgage and was able to
Yeah.
pay it off. And now apparently Triple H owns Big Show's house.
Apparently, the WWE is like Suge Knight, apparently. In Death
Triple
Row
H is
Records.
Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Triple H is Suge Knight.
I think that's what's happening here.
Who's corrupt?
Oh, man.
Let's make Seth Rollins corrupt.
yeah.
Let's just pick him as corrupt. Oh, gangster rap reference.
Gotta be somebody skinny if you gotta do corrupt.
And Triple H lets Big Show know to get your emotions in check or you won't be living in your house. I will.
No, I'm pretty sure that his house is bigger than Big Show's.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe he'll be like, oh, this will be my kid's playhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll park my cars here.
Although Big Show would probably need a very big personalized house for someone his size.
Nah, Triple H is still bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Yeah,
It's
he lives with Stephanie.
He lives
That's
with
what
a
she
McMahon.
said. All right, go on. I have a dirty mind.
And she's not wearing the glasses anymore.
Yeah.
She's not even wearing the shades.
It continues.
And Triple H has officially changed the main event. It is not a 3-on-1 handicap match anymore. It is now a 4-on-1 handicap match with the Big Show against The Shield and Randy Orton.
No problem.
No, Big Show's got that. That's easy. That's a squash match.
Yep.
So that's tonight's main event. But we still got some other action. I'll
you said
say
that with the question mark in your head.
there was some very good matches tonight, and there was some why is this taking place matches.
I concur.
Yeah. First match of the night: RVD versus Fandango. This match was pretty short and straight and to the point.
Straight to the point, it was pretty forgettable.
It kind of
Yeah.
was, and I like though. Obviously, the fact that all the WWE superstars, they have special T-shirts for this month that are all in pink, where all the money for it goes to the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation, which is fantastic and everything. But Fandango's shirt in the pink actually looks like that should be his
it could
legit
be his
shirt.
I like
In the
his shirt.
pink. RVD's not so much.
No.
Fandango's, yes.
No. Yeah. It worked for Fandango.
It really did. RVD goes up for the 5-star frog splash. Summer Rae hops on the apron and pushes RVD's legs out and causes the DQ because the ref saw it. And then Fandango and RVD, though, continue the brawl a little bit afterwards. And then it results in RVD delivering a Van Terminator with the trash can onto Fandango. So
On SmackDown.
on a free show with a match with no build-up at all, you're giving away your like most vicious finishing move that you only do at the culmination of a feud where you have weapons involved.
Yep.
Why?
In the PG era at that. I don't know. Outside of
Thank you for that insight, Romo.
yeah, outside of I mean, it's like this. RVD's been out for a little while. He's a little older. Maybe the audience forgot what it was that he could
just
do.
did it on Night of Champions.
My point is mute now. Yeah, maybe they needed to see it again. You know, repetition.
Maybe on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't know about why you do it on SmackDown, but hey, you know.
I mean, yeah. Why would you do? Well, and it would have been another thing if he did it on Del Rio, who he's feuding with. This is just a one-off match with Fandango, and he does it.
And yeah,
I mean, what is that? How does that make Fandango look?
we were saying earlier we don't understand why the WWE does
Certain things.
that
There's
they
some
do.
things I mean, there are a lot of things we love, and there are some things that were just like, why? And we're gonna get into one of those big ones a little later. That just happens to be about a new tag team, but we'll get to that in a bit. Well, Rome, we're gonna get to your moment. Don't worry.
The Twitterverse
He's
is
so
waiting.
excited.
We're going to get to your moment about that.
Follow me, Rome the Ruler.
We plug our Twitters at the end of the show, sir.
I'm doing it right now because I got stuff to say about that match when we get there.
Okay. Well, for
Drive
now,
the train. Drive the train.
Well, for now, we got our boy whose music played us in today, R-Truth, taking on Ryback, and we pretty much find out based on the fact that R-Truth pulled off the surprise upset win on Raw over Curtis Axel, that he has earned himself an Intercontinental title shot at this Sunday's Battleground pay-per-view.
He is, just going up there the past month and then now pay-per-view. What is happening? What is happening?
I think she's
Clearly,
a little
Kaori is a
aggravated.
big R-Truth fan.
Yeah.
Here's my thought as to why they're doing it. Well, for one, I think they've been obviously focusing so much on Ryback and Heyman and Punk that, as we've kind of talked about on the show, Axel's left out just hanging, and he does. And I will gladly admit, obviously, I've been signing with Axel, and I still am signing with Axel. but he hasn't been looking good these last several weeks because he hasn't anybody to feud with. They haven't put him with anyone.
Who said
And
all
they
of
put
these
him with
things?
R-Truth?
But-
Question.
But they put R-Truth, because one thing that R-Truth is very good at is making people look good. R-Truth is
Not as good as Dolph.
Yes.
No, he's not. But Dolph is in that match with Sandow for some reason. Which another thing that we got to get to. But with that, it will make Axel defend the title, have a competitive match. Fans at some point will probably think that R-Truth will pull it out, and then
he won't.
but then hopefully from there that gives Axel a little time and a little breath to then go into maybe feud with Ziggler after that. Who just like create him with somebody, and they're just kind of doing this last minute. It's like, oh, well, I think people were kind of upset at the last pay-per-view how we had two matches that were unannounced that went pretty long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's just get these matches officially announced, so then Christian Rosenberg can correctly predict them and win back the title.
Yes.
Christian
I'm just
Rosenberg.
saying that somebody predicted this Curtis Axel problem. What, 2 months ago?
No, I'm
Wonder
saying
who that was.
I've been saying too about the fact that they need to feud him with someone. I still like him. I haven't fallen off the Axel wagon yet. I know I'm like the
He
only
has
one
a
riding
wagon?
the wagon.
I
I'm the only one
know.
I thought
driving
it was like
He's
a
like
radio
the
flyer,
one
right?
person in it.
Yeah.
It's a radio flyer.
Yeah.
Very
That's
nice.
his wagon. It's not a lot of space.
All right.
I mean,
You're the only one
yeah,
in it.
good for R-Truth.
Well, needless to say,
He still, I checked though, he still has the most annoying theme song in the WWE.
R-Truth.
And that's why we played it.
Yeah, I know, because he made us.
By the way,
He
I
did
don't
make
know
us.
if you realize this. I think it was within the last week. Axel eclipsed 100 days as Intercontinental Champion.
Wow.
Yeah, who's he wrestled?
Doing nothing.
Yeah.
But so he's letting his buddy and new Paul Heyman guy Ryback just beat the crap out of R-Truth so he can weaken him up for this Sunday's pay-per-view. But R-Truth got more offense in this match than I thought he should have.
I mean, he got in what I thought he'd get in.
I mean, he seemed to. I didn't think he would. Ryback is the type of guy that should not be taken off his feet unless he's there with like an opponent of his caliber. And R-Truth kept taking him off his feet.
You know, he flies around and jumps a lot. I don't know. He raps. I don't, you know,
He
whatever.
raps.
I don't care. As long as Ryback walks out with his arm up, I'm cool. They can do whatever.
Which he did. Meat hook, clothesline, shell shock. Ryback gets to win, and then Axel hops in the ring as R-Truth is starting to come to. Gives him one shot on the back of the head, and then kind of holds his head up while R-Truth is down, and R-Truth's eyes are rolled in the back of his head for some reason.
And a point
Yes.
of interest for no one.
Jeez.
Harsh critic here.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm with you, though.
It's just, there's Curtis Axel. There's R-Truth. They're going to do something. Yeah, where's my beer?
It was more like they're going to do nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those moments.
Mm-hmm.
They have devalued the belt that I loved so much.
It's still my all-time favorite belt, no matter what. It's my all-time favorite title.
Right
The
now, it's
best looking one.
Yeah,
It is also the best looking
I
one,
think
yes.
so. I like the
and
colors.
the stock on it is very low right now.
Well, same with the U.S. title. Ambrose isn't wrestling on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's true.
At least nothing announced unless they do a Sunday match with him.
But
Yeah,
the
they might
U.S.
surprise us.
U.S. title's never been the IC title though,
No, but they're both kind of at that same level right now.
and that's a shame.
It is. It
It
is.
really is.
It
The
is.
IC title has been devalued to the U.S. title.
It's been devoured. Devalued
It's been devoured.
to
Yeah, you said it right.
You said it right.
Midian holding European the title devalued.
Yeah, I remember that.
Renee Young in the back with Alberto Del Rio. And Del Rio said, after I beat RVD, I'm going to take that garbage can that he used in his match earlier, and I'm going to put him in it and leave him at the garbage stand where he belongs. There's a garbage stand?
There's a garbage
I know,
stand.
right? Like, okay.
Wait a
Where's
minute.
this
I didn't know
happening?
this existed. I want to
All
see this garbage
time,
stand.
I've been taking
The
mine to a
mysterious
dumpster.
Does he mean the dump?
Yeah, like I've been taking mine to a dumpster. A little truck comes along, picks up the dumpster, dumps it, and
Garbage
goes
stand.
on. Yeah, but there's a stand, obviously. I
Yeah.
have to see this thing one
I
day.
know. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a stagehand like comes into the shot and is like, "Excuse me, Mr. Del Rio." He's holding the ripped, dented trash can that RVD used earlier
The
in the night,
$12 CVS
Where the grouch
trash
was
can.
hanging out.
And-
He stole his home.
and he hands the trash can to Del Rio and says, "I was told to give this to you as a gift from Rob Van Dam." And Alberto Del Rio just looks at it, and it's like he's seeing his fate this Sunday. And he's so angry and so stressed about it that he throws away the gift. It was a gift.
RVD should have autographed it.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have made it a
Well,
little
he could
lot
have
better.
popped up out of it and punched him. I don't know. Ridiculous.
That would have been awesome if he autographed it.
I was sitting there going, "This is why they're so different." And I know you can't always be Attitude Era like, but it's a stagehand. Let him get cracked over the head with the trash can by Del Rio. Make him look even better as a heel. Give us yet another reason to dislike.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
Because it was probably a local guy.
Yeah.
A local indie guy who got the gig of saying the line and handing Del Rio the trash can.
RVD should
Give him a trash can shot.
RVD should have autographed it. He should have looked at it, saw it, and just gave him a trash can shot and walked off.
Kick him in the gut, hit him over the back with a trash can, and a story.
Yeah. But no, we had to sit there and look at a grown man look at a torn up trash can and then just toss it and walk off.
And then
scary.
he storms off to the ring to take on Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. In the first match of the first good match of the night.
It's a freaking great match.
It was good.
Yeah.
These two always have great
I saw some
matches.
Ziggler butt too.
And Kaori was happy about Ziggler butt.
Man ass. Yes.
Again,
Josh doesn't watch
not
this.
wearing the shades. Not wearing the shades right now.
Still not wearing the shades.
No.
I'm gonna put mine back on.
And the top off the how great this match was. Damian Sandow was on commentary, which made it even better.
Yep.
And
Yeah, that's true.
and I loved throughout the entire match, at times where, excuse me, where Del Rio was like getting in trouble or got knocked down. They're like, Sandow, go cash it in, go cash it in now, go cash it in now, go cash it in now. Like just trying to egg him on, make him do it. And
I thought that was kind of stupid.
and Sandow says he will cash it in
Sorry.
the noble way.
Which what the heck does that even mean?
Yeah, there is no
He
noble
should have
way.
cashed it in at the previous pay-per-view, but we'll see what he does
Well,
with it.
We'll find out what the noble way means in due time.
They're gonna tease
It better
this
be
for so
good.
long.
And
It better be good.
Sandow, even more dapper than normal today.
Well,
Yeah.
because he was commentating.
So he wore a nicer suit because he was sitting
Yeah,
at commentary.
you know.
Well, and it was the only amount of buildup that we have had for the Ziggler-Sandow pre-show pay-per-view match. And the whole time, Sandow's talking about the possibility of cashing in on the World Heavyweight title, which Ziggler has nothing to do with. So, why?
What is going on?
And I felt bad because I love the thought of Sandow trying to cash in. I absolutely adored the Del Rio Ziggler match.
Yeah.
And I want Sandow to be involved in that title picture. I want Ziggler to be involved in that title picture again. But having Ziggler versus Sandow right now, there's nothing with it. Nothing at
You're
all.
right.
You know, you could have had RVD versus Sandow
Yeah.
and Del Rio versus Ziggler.
Yep.
And things could have made sense. Or you just turn into a freaking fatal four-way, which would have been really
They
entertaining.
haven't done one of those in a while, have they?
They haven't. Well, they did the Divas one at the pay-per-view. But
Yeah.
we haven't had one for the
And that was too short.
heavyweight title. Yeah, it was only 6 minutes. But again, this match, excellent. Huge sunset flip off the top rope by Ziggler onto Del Rio. Great sequences of counters back and forth. Eventually, Del Rio locked in cross arm breaker. And I
love their sequence at the end
Oh,
with the
yes.
faucets. Oh, that was
Well,
good.
Ziggler is just, gosh, he makes.
Both of them. Del Rio, too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just.
Del Rio
I just
doesn't get
wanna
enough
give-
credit.
Yeah, Del Rio was.
I'm not giving Del Rio no credit. I'm just giving Ziggler
Oh, no.
a lot of credit. 'cause
I'm not
he-
accusing you. I'm just
he's
saying as a whole,
damn
Del Rio doesn't get
skippy-good.
enough credit.
She's just giving the man who pulled his ass out more credit.
I
Today.
saw his gray underpants.
Say that one more time.
No.
That was hilarious.
You know, anytime that we comment on how hot the Divas look,
Yeah, she gets that look
I
in
do
her
not.
eye.
I can agree or disagree.
and she's got to get her Ziggler fill in because there was no Cesaro this
Yeah,
week.
no Cesaro.
So she
And,
got
and no Titus
Should've been
O'Neil
Zig-
either.
Cesaro.
Zig-
I know
and no
there's
Titus either.
Ziggler's in there.
Ziggler
too.
and Roman. She likes Roman too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. We did talk
They,
about
they
that.
get in
when
my
the-
man box.
Yeah, but
So
that sounds dirty for some reason.
Hey, people at home listening or watching, do you think Kaori has a filthy little mind? Well, tell us on iTunes. And rate and
you
subscribe.
could tell me.
Segway champion. Rate and subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating and tell friends about the wonderful world of AfterBuzz because we do SmackDown, we do Main Event, we do NXT, we do Total Divas, we also do that Raw show. And I mean, if you want to check that
What
one
show
out,
is
go
that?
for it. I think it was called Raw.
Isn't that the amateur show?
You know what? I think it is. It's
It's the show where they have a lot of talking.
who's on it? Who's
and not
on it?
that much
Who's-
wrestling.
who's on it? There's that girl.
The one that thinks she's hot.
The one that if she looked like Vicky Guerrero, they would not have any views.
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
That's right. I forgot. Dude. She's only spoken.
Easy Bake Oven? Is that her name?
Could
Something like that?
Okay.
Uh,
We're going
Betty
somewhere
Crocker?
with this apparently.
Little Debbie. That's it. Her name's
Wow,
Little Debbie.
Okay.
Little Debbie.
Well,
But you can
all right.
you
I
can
guess
check out all the great AfterBuzz shows on iTunes, as well as you can see your what the schedule is by going to AfterBuzzTV.com, checking it all out, and of course, leave comments, 5-star ratings, and tell us what you think, and tell us how filthy of a mind Kaori has, because I want to know. I want to know if you guys think her mind's as dirty as we think it is.
Someone in the chat says that my mind isn't filthy.
Well, tell your mom I said hi.
I don't even know where we went.
Well, you know where we're about to go.
Hey,
You know,
another friend in the chat said, "Corey girl, I'm with you. So many yummy men." That's right. Just saying.
I'm happy
Yummy.
I'm happy our female audience is actually growing.
Yummy.
I do like that.
Yeah.
That our female audience is growing. So hey, ladies, join the garden.
It's not the
Rosebuds.
shirt. It's not the shirt.
Oh, they love the shirt. They love everything about this shirt. All of my shirts. Let's
That's
get
right.
into. Oh, I don't know what it was. We'll find out later.
Someone in the chat roll said that Raw is the B+ show.
Yes. Did they earn the plus? I thought they were still at the minus. I thought it would be minus.
I give them they try. I give them the plus for effort.
They do try. I mean, I do like
They do
Dale.
try.
Dale's cool.
Who's Dale?
Dale's the one with the funny hair. He's the tall one.
I don't ever watch Raw, to tell you the truth. That's just honest. Like, that's not even trying to play around.
Dale's okay in my book. Anyway, now we got to talk about the SmackDown debut of Diego y Fernando, Los Matadores. So, Rome, I'm gonna set you up with this. So for weeks, we've had the video packages about Los Matadores.
Yes, we have.
From day one, Rome has despised it.
Yes.
Rome has thought it was the dumbest idea known to man. And I was on the side of, I'm going to wait to judge it until they physically debut. Because I can't tell if they're baby faces or heels. And they look like, because it's Primo and Epico, that they're a high-flying tag team. So that would be good because there's no tag teams like that. So I wanted to give it a chance to see them debut and see what happened before I made any type of judgment. Well, this past Monday on Raw, they debuted. And today on SmackDown, they had literally the exact same match against the exact same opponents. It went about the exact same time. I think every move was identical. And this, with the slow entrance and the smoke and the, whatever you call the Matador capes that they use. I know there's a certain name for it, but I can't think of it. And El Torito, the little bull. What the hell was this?
Take it away.
The defense
Go.
rest.
Just go. Go, Rome.
The
Just go ahead.
defense
Go.
rest.
Just go.
I told you people
Oh, God.
when the
I
first
hate it when Rome's right.
vignette
He's
showed.
He's right very often. He's the only wrestler on our,
I hate to say I told you, but I told you when the first vignette showed up, I said, this is utterly ridiculous. It's horrible. And you went, I don't know. I don't think, give him a chance. I think it may work. And I said, no, it's idiotic. In today's...
I'm glad I sound so nasally to you when you imitate me. Go on.
In today's fighting world, not even wrestling world, in today's fighting world, you have the UFC, you have WWE, you have boxing, which has fallen off, but you still got Money Mayweather. You got all of this stuff going on, and you want to give me bullfighters. Bullfighters who are Puerto Rican, who are trying to be Mexican bullfighters. And then they bring
We haven't even
out-
gotten into El Torito yet, which is the best part.
I watched this and they came out and I went, okay, let me see how much of a train wreck this is really gonna be. And they stand at the top of the ramp and they do that just stupid pose that makes Randy Orton's original pose look like $1 million.
I wish they kept the music that they used in the vignettes. It's not the same music.
Everything was wrong about this gimmick. Everything. You want to know why they have a job? Because of El Torito. That's the only reason. The only reason these two still, and they're great workers. That's the sad part.
And
They're taking
I know
two,
both of them are excellent wrestlers.
they're taking two good wrestlers that we liked. There was nothing wrong with Primo and Epico.
No, they just didn't know how to
why,
push them.
why didn't they bring him back?
They just didn't know what to do with them.
They said, you know what?
They thought it was too vanilla.
You guys.
Well, this is Chuck E. Cheese, so
Yeah. It's like you guys have this team and you guys are good workers, but we're gonna find a way to ruin you. Like that's what it seems like they did. And they give them this horrendous gimmick. And it's not like a gimmick that you can, it's not like Gold Dust where Vince was trying to make fun of something.
And it's not like Fandango, which is recent. It was this year.
A recent one.
And it was when the vignettes came out, we were like, this is super corny. Why are they doing this? But he made it work.
He made it work. Yes.
How the hell are they going to make this work?
Well, Dancing with the Stars is a big thing.
Yes.
So a ballroom dancer works, especially when the guy embraces it like he did, and he had that type of charisma and that look, and he took it the way he took it. They're under mask. Like, what? It's not so much name a charismatic bullfighter. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Well, how about name
Tito
a
Santana.
bullfighter?
Tito
Oh,
Santana. That's all I got. That's all I
You
got.
just named a.
Tito Santana.
That's all. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. See, that I rest my case. Nobody. We didn't like bullfighting gimmicks then. We don't like bullfighting gimmicks now. It's a stupid gimmick, and I'm not finished.
Well, hurry up.
They stand out, they come out, and they turn the capes, whatever they're called.
We're still on their entrance to you.
Yes,
All right, I'm
because
gonna look this up. Go
the
on.
match wasn't even worth it because they lift up the little thing and then the little guy comes running out and I'm like, oh, this is absolutely horrible now. They actually, how many times did he run back and forth on Monday?
I think it was 3 or 4 times.
And he did it like twice tonight. He's the most interesting thing about their gimmick.
It's a capote? Gold?
Whatever it is.
Okay,
It was the only interesting
more you
thing.
know.
When he gets in the ring and he does that over the top rope 12-time entrance.
And he almost fell today.
Yes, he did. And I don't care if he falls. I don't care if he's successful. That's more over than
Things might change.
The only thing at the moment that I'm interested in with these guys right now is when they begin their, because a feud with the Real Americans has to happen.
I hope the Real Americans kill him.
And El
course, with Cesaro.
Torito runs his head into Zeb's butt as the Bull charging at Zeb from behind, because you know that's going to happen, and that will be kind of amusing.
You guys are giving these guys more time than Curtis Axel, which means they are at least more entertaining than Curtis Axel.
There's some people in the chat row that are agreeing with me.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying too about
I know.
it.
Now, I tried to tell you earlier.
Because I wanted to give him a chance.
I tried to get him on the train, people.
I wanted them to debut. I want to give a chance because I like Primo and Epico, or Diego and Fernando now.
Sometimes when something stinks, you smell it before you see it.
I am confused. Okay.
Should we move on then?
Yes.
Can we move on? All right.
Good job, Jim.
Give me the gobbledygooker.
Wow.
I'll take that.
Wow.
Because
You're confused now.
God, he brought the gobbledygooker. Renee Young in the back with Paul Heyman and his guys, a.k.a. Curtis Axel and Ryback. And Heyman does his best Bob the Brain Heenan impression with this. It's a promo of him putting over his guys and talking about how this Sunday both of them are going to win their respective matches. And I thought it was great. I thought it was exactly what he should do. It was like a minute long. It was short. It's simple. We didn't need Punk for this. Mm-hmm. And we already had R-Truth. So we already got talk of it and put him over just fine. I was perfectly okay with that. Divas action. Brie Bella versus Oksana. Kaori, let's talk to you about Oksana because you're not for some reason you're not huge on her. And I thought Oksana did very well tonight.
Yeah, she did, and she's looking better. She's looking, sharper and more fit.
She's looking buffer. Yeah.
Yeah, she was definitely buffer.
I just she doesn't interest me at all with all the divas going on.
Well, she needs a story. She doesn't have a story.
Well, yeah, but no, she doesn't need a story. We need to push other divas. Maybe.
We're pushing like all of them right now.
I know, but why? But why are we pushing? Why is even? I would rather have seen another diva than Oksana again in the ring. Not again, but Oksana period in the ring. And now she's in the video game, and Yoshitatsu isn't. I just
Kaori is furious over the fact that Oksana made the video game and Yoshitatsu did not. And
WWE 2K14.
I mean, I think Oksana has potential. There have been times where I've been very disappointed in her matches, but then her thing is right now she needs to work on her consistency. That's the key thing. Because tonight against Brie, I thought she did a very good job. And
here's my thing. My question as the professional wrestler.
You are the wrestler here.
Define consistency in a match.
Well, as far as just not looking lost. Because there are times where she looks lost. Tonight, she looked on point.
See, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
That makes sense. Saying consistency is like,
I'm not going to lie, the whole time that the match was on, I was looking at Brie and not at Oksana.
That's true.
You know?
Was I.
Yeah.
Well, because the match was about Brie, because she has her Divas title match at the pay-per-view. And after Brie hits the Bella Buster, or Bella Factor, X Factor, whatever she's calling it now. I think it's, it was called the X Factor. That's what the move used to be called from X-Pac. But now I think she calls it the Bella Buster or something like that. She hit it from the second rope, which looked good, gets to win. And then AJ comes out with Tamina, and she talks about how I'm going to do what Orton did to your tin can chewing fiance on Raw, and then the two of you can just disappear and get married and have a baby. The first ever baby born with a goat-faced beard. And when the doctor sees that hideous atrocity, he's not going to spank the baby, he's going to spank you. That did not sound like an AJ promo to me.
No, it sounded like it was written by one of those writers.
AJ is great, just like off the cuff, true from the heart, and this one just didn't really sound like that. She delivered it well. but it just didn't sound like something that AJ would say.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole part didn't really necessarily need to be there, but it doesn't hurt it either.
And I'm loving Tamina playing the role of Diesel.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I want to see her in the ring.
What the hell was that?
She's beast. She's beast.
Yeah,
She
well,
is.
I know, but what was?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a lot of.
Well, speaking of Beast,
Couple matches I'd like to see.
speaking of Beast, Big E Langston versus Kofi Kingston. Big E looked amazing in this 1-minute match.
I love seeing Big E. He's like a little joy.
Well, we already know about your infatuation with man, but so
He got.
I
some
think
man
Corey's
butt.
in love with every guy in the
No,
roster.
no. You know how I feel
Certain
about
ones.
Heath.
Oh, you don't like
Yeah.
Heath Slater.
He
Heath,
does not like
sorry,
Heath
Heath.
Slater.
You're like the one guy that Corey does not find attractive, apparently. On
Yeah,
the,
who
on
did
the
they put
WWE
him out
roster.
You
there
make me
with?
sound like AJ Lee a year ago, dating all those men. All right.
It's all right. I won't tell Josh. I won't tell Showtime,
yeah.
even though this is aired throughout the world.
It's only us and a
And
you know,
a
few
several,
billion people.
several thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
That's all.
Well, Big E, as soon as the bell rings, he charges, hits a huge belly-to-belly suplex, and then he even caught Kofi, tried to fight back, went for a crossbody. Big E caught him, and get ready to like lift him up, and then Kofi rolled him up and pinned him.
Yep.
It was like
Quick.
super quick, and I'm curious what they're trying to do with Big E because he's so good. I don't mind him losing a match, but what are we in store for? They're building for something.
I've been quietly wondering what was going on with Big E for about 2 weeks without saying anything. And watching that tonight, once again, goes back to WWE does some interesting things sometimes. They built him up to a certain point, and then it's almost like they devalue him.
Yeah.
And now I'm wondering what's the end game? Where are we going to take this? What are we going to do with it?
I don't know. Well, we're going to find out. But he's not feuding with Kofi at the moment because right after that match ends and Kofi's kind of standing on the ramp celebrating, the lights go out. The lantern is lit. And all of a sudden,
We're here.
the Wyatt family arrives. Bray Wyatt.
Arise is okay too.
Arrives. They arise
That
as
worked
well.
too.
Yeah, that works.
That was 2 mistake words that worked for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And as you hear the music hit, because Bray Wyatt comes out with a microphone, which means I need the music to play while I recite what he said.
Dim the lights.
You are no hero, I said to the man. Just a facade, yet another shining example of a decayed generation. You don't even know it, but your laws have failed you. And on this Sabbath, I promise you, the first will fall. Follow the buzzers. Meanwhile, in the midst of this, Kofi is in front of him is Bray, and behind him is Harper and Rowan. Why does he not just run to the side?
He's faster than everybody in the
He could
company.
have jumped over that.
But he just stands there to listen to it all.
But he stood there looking stupid. the
Wow,
whole
I didn't even
time.
say that. We're harsh
It
today. We're being
did
very
look
mean today.
It wasn't a
Stupid.
very good episode.
He just
being
stood
mean
there.
today.
He stood there with a fighting stance, surrounded by 3 men, 2 very large ones behind him. So what do? You go for the one that's in front of you that's obviously not going to be able to catch you. You hit him and you keep going. So you have all 3 of them behind you, and then you can turn around. Or you can run. Or you can fight. You can do whatever you want to do. But you don't stand there and look stupid. I'm just, I'm a realist
How many
today.
people have you called stupid today? Like 8?
Hey, if they wouldn't do stupid stuff, I wouldn't have to call them
Oh my
stupid.
God.
I mean, hey, I'm a realist. You
All right.
know,
Well, let's.
I can only suspend my, I can
Well,
only
we
suspend that
got
for-
we got about 10 or 12 minutes left, and we got the main event, and then got to get our picks in. So let's finish this
Well,
up
let's
here.
do it.
It's a little daunting.
4-on-1 handicap match: The Shield and Randy Orton versus the Big Show. This was just kind of your basic handicap match. I mean, it was really dominating the Big Show for a while. He started making his comeback, gave that small glimmer of hope that he might pull off this huge upset, and then all 4 of them just started ganging up on Big Show. DQ was called. Chair comes in the ring. They now have Big Show down on the mat. Orton getting ready to do the knee drop with the chair around the neck like he did to Miz a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Usos run out, chase off Reigns and Rollins, who, by the way, they are not wrestling each other on Sunday, even though they've built that up very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're not wrestling this Sunday.
It's
And
a
then
lot of weird things happening right now.
and then
Yeah.
finally, the crowd is going nuts, wanting Dan O'Brien, chanting for yes, want to see him come out. And sure enough, Dan O'Brien emerges and just full head of steam on Randy Orton and kicks Ambrose's head off.
Yeah, that was a great kick.
And ends with Dan O'Brien standing tall as Orton left as SmackDown goes off the air, getting ready for the pay-per-view. So, real quick, before we get into our picks, what would you pick as match of the night?
The Ziggler one with
Ziggler
Del
one?
Rio.
Come on, man. That's around the table. If you pick a different match,
No, I mean it's
Not the Matadores for you? Really? No?
it's definitely got to be.
amazingly not.
Wow.
It's definitely got to be that one, but
Shocker.
But the funny thing is, in a close second to me was the Big E Kofi match, even though it was only a minute.
What?
Because Big E looked so good and was so entertaining, and then the finish was just so sudden.
Yeah,
It's like,
the
whoa, that
finish
was kind of
was
new.
great. Yeah, the finish was great.
Ziggler Del Rio, obviously number one, but I'm making that one number two if I were to continue ranking
If
them.
we had a second place.
If we had a second place, it's
First
definitely Big E and
loser
Kofi.
goes to Big E and Kofi.
Again, you're just mean today. All right. So this Sunday, Battleground pay-per-view is happening, and of course we'll be doing an AfterBuzz for it, and hopefully, well, why am I saying hopefully? We guarantee that SmackDown is going to bring that title back.
See, that's what I was saying earlier. Your confidence is shaking. I don't know what's going on with you.
I don't know. I was a little distraught over.
Bring it back.
Put your shades on.
I'm gonna put my shades on. Put my shades on.
Put the shades on.
All right.
See if you can get it back.
Quasto, that title's gone. It was just really quick like that.
It's fast.
It was just
in the
instant.
character, yeah.
All right. So pre-show match: Dolph Ziggler versus Damian Sandow. Again, the match with absolutely no build-up, but should be a fun match.
Yeah, should be.
I'm saying without a doubt, this is Ziggler.
Ziggle wiggle.
Okay, I take that as Ziggler.
She just said.
She said Ziggle Wiggle.
Why would Ziggle wiggle mean Sandow? So yes, take it as Ziggler. It is Ziggler.
All right.
Alrighty.
And Rome.
Yeah, Ziggler.
All right, we all say Ziggler for that one. Diva's title on the line. Brie
It's a little
Bella
hard.
gets a shot at the Divas Championship against AJ Lee. Rome.
AJ.
Rome picks
I'm
AJ.
not turning against AJ. and definitely not with Tamina in her corner.
Corey.
It's hard. Oh, could you come back to me?
She's got a beast in the corner with her.
She has Diesel. She has Kevin
not.
Nash in her corner.
Brie has the beast of Nikki in the corner as well. So
I say again, she has a beast in the corner.
Tamina, Nikki is going to take her first bump since she came back from injury because Tamina is going to clock her with something.
I mean,
And it's going to distract Brie, and AJ's going to get the win.
Nikki's like 5'4".
I say AJ because they're gonna extend this at least till this next pay-per-view at
She
the end
said
of
AJ.
October.
That's
Okay, so
AJ.
you're saying AJ as well. So we're all together on two of them, and I think we might all be together on this one. Intercontinental Championship on the line.
Ooh, this is hard. This is
Curtis
the hardest
Axel.
one ever.
Curtis Axel versus R-Truth.
I
Tough,
don't
tough
know.
stuff.
Whew.
Tough.
I'm
No.
saying I'm going with Axel.
Are you?
I am.
Shocker.
I'm pulling off the upset and saying Axel's
Oh my
winning that.
gosh.
And you guys?
Oh, let's do Axel.
Yes, I do need an answer from you.
I'm like, really? Axel.
All right. Now we get to some of the interesting ones though.
Interesting.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
is
With Dusty
crazy.
in their corner. If the Rhodes win, Cody and Goldust get jobs back. If they lose, they will never work in WWE again, as well as Dusty's job down at the Performance Center in Orlando will be terminated.
What's up, Smiley?
Yeah, hey Smiley, how's it going? Well, he might get promoted if Dusty's gone.
That is true.
Ah,
So Rome, pick it. Who you got?
Babies, you know exactly where I'm going with this one. I'm picking my sons. I'm going with Cody and Goldust.
All right.
I know him as Dustin.
I call him Dustin because he's my son. Corey, who you picking?
the thing is, I'm going to go with the Rhodes family because
Okay.
I can't imagine them no longer being in WWE right now.
Well, here's the funny thing. They are going to stay in WWE, but they're not going to win this match. And the reason
Oh.
being, the Shield is going to win because Cody is going to do what's best for business and turn on his brother.
No.
And they're going to beat him down. He will get a contract, and Goldust will eventually return, and they will have that WrestleMania dream match.
But I think that
Shield wins.
Who
Wait a
knows?
minute,
Who knows?
So Cody turns heel. They beat the crap out of Goldust. He leaves for a few months, comes back, and they have a Goldust-Cody match at WrestleMania.
Okay, you're trying to get all cute with this, so I'm going to try to get cute myself.
Go for it.
I think that the Rhodes family are going to beat this tag team, and it's going to split the Shield.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Did
fine
you
with
just
that.
call Goldust versus Cody a WrestleMania dream match?
I've wanted that match. I've wanted that match for years.
It's his baby dream, okay?
Okay, he can
It's
have
okay.
it.
I think that'd be such a great match. And you make Dusty the referee, and you give the Rhodes a
Well, no,
WrestleMania moment there.
It's a great idea. I just didn't think
I would
that
love
you
that.
would call that the dream match.
Well, it's
Like-
not going to be the main event,
Well,
but
no.
I would love that match to
like
happen.
Bret Owen was dream.
Yeah.
Rock Hogan was dream.
So I'm taking Shield there. You guys took the Rhodes. Kofi
That's
Kingston.
right, babies.
Kofi Kingston versus Bray Wyatt. I don't see Wyatt losing anytime soon.
Give it to the guy who watched the movie and came up with a great
Give
character.
it to Kofi, who didn't think about running away. I'm not Kofi, sorry.
I was
Wyatt,
gonna. Hey,
Wyatt,
yeah,
Wyatt.
no.
Bray.
No.
I know.
It's Bray.
All right. World Heavyweight Championship: Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam.
Gosh.
Now, this is a hard one.
Hardcore rules.
This
RVD's
is-
specialty.
I like Alberto Del Rio a lot better in terms of entertainment, and I'm never interested in RVD until he comes in the ring and he does really cool moves. But it's so hard. He always shocks me. They're always pushing him.
So what are you saying?
I don't know. My mind says ADR.
All right, Corey picked ADR to retain. I'm saying we're going to have a new World Heavyweight Champion, and his name is Damian Sandow. RVD.
There you are being cute again. Go.
I am, but RVD is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship and then immediately lose it to Damian Sandow. So in this match, I'm actually going with RVD.
Okay.
And Rome's looking at me because that's exactly what he was thinking.
He learned to go ahead of me. Last time that I did this to him at SummerSlam, you have a great point, but I'm going with ADR.
Okay. Do you think Sandow will cash in?
It's definitely possible.
I think
I'm waiting.
Marissa was so shocked that you took ADR that her headphones fell.
I love
Choke
that
herself with her
briefcase,
headphones.
by the way. I
Yeah.
love
Oh, the
that
briefcase is
I
great.
don't want to see the briefcase go away because it's such a
No.
good looking
That's
I
true.
know,
briefcase.
I
Can he
want
just
to
keep the
keep it.
briefcase?
Yeah.
You know,
All right. And then we got our two main event matches. First off, Ryback versus CM Punk.
okay. You go.
want
I've
me to
been
go?
going first. Yes.
Okay, I'll go first. That's fine.
Age before
I
beauty.
see this feud finally ending at the next pay-per-view Hell in a Cell, which means I'm saying that, and it's kind of tough because I don't know if I want to say Ryback wins or Punk wins by DQ because there's not a stipulation on this match. But the other thing is the last couple pay-per-views, whatever Punk's match is, the stipulation kind of happened during the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll the dice and I'm gonna say Punk actually wins this match. I think it's going to be by DQ, but regardless, I'm saying Punk wins. But the feud still continues regardless to Hell in a Cell. Anyone?
Oh,
Bueller?
she's waiting on me.
Yeah.
I was hoping that you guys would just skip me.
This is
No, you got to pick one.
so hard.
You got to pick one. We got to do the main event, and we got to wrap this baby up.
I will say, how many has Punk lost? How many big matches has Punk lost in a row?
Well, he lost to Heyman and Axel. He lost to who was before that
Brock.
one? Brock. He's lost 2 in a row.
I think he's gonna lose one more, but I think he's gonna win by DQ. But I think he's gonna be left laying.
So you're
So you're
going.
so you're saying Punk.
I'm saying Punk.
Okay, you're with me on that one.
Punk, you cost me last time, man. Don't do this time again.
I am parting ways with you, men. I think Ryback
All
will
right.
win,
Corey going with Ryback.
which will
And then
surprise me.
I think Ryback will be the victor.
Which means he's the winner.
I
What
just
is that?
don't know
Does that
who's
mean
going
something else?
to win. I think he'll be the man standing.
And finally, for the vacant or the abeyance WWE Championship, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. I think we're really at the point now where we finally have the full-fledged Big Show heel turn, and Randy Orton wins.
I kind of think nobody's gonna win.
and the title
could
would stay
happen.
vacant.
I
Yeah.
really
I was thinking that, honestly. I was
Yeah.
thinking, what if they make a no winner again?
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't mind. But I'm picking Orton. Do you want to pick a draw?
Is that thing too cute? I mean,
If you did that and I think if you pick that and it happened, you should automatically win.
Yeah.
But
If you can
I don't
call
have
a
the power
draw.
for that. But
If you call a draw on that, then I understand.
so what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do the draw because
You're picking a draw.
I'm gonna get super cute.
Kaori, I have to write that one out. Picks a draw.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So I get bonus points if I get.
And
I get
Rome, what
this.
about you?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Wow, so all three of us were different on a singles match, if you can believe that. All right, so yeah, real quick recap of our picks for the pay-per-view. We all took Ziggler. We all took AJ. We all took Curtis Axel. You guys took the Rhodes. I took the Shield. We all took Bray Wyatt. I took RVD. You guys took Alberto Del Rio. Kaori took Ryback, or Rome and I took CM Punk. And then Rome picked Daniel Bryan. I picked Randy Orton. And Kaori picked a draw, causing the title to remain vacant.
Ooh.
Which is quite ballsy, I might
just
say.
don't want them to get me like they got me last time.
All
Or you
Well, we'll find out on Sunday. But in the meantime, Rome, how can people reach out to you?
Rome the Ruler on Twitter as always. Yeah, that's where they can find me. I ain't giving my phone number out, people.
Yet.
Yet.
All right, you got to get to know them
Unless
a
you're
little
a
bit.
Yeah,
cute
just a
young
little bit.
girl.
Well,
Anyway.
our female audience is growing, so
Yeah,
who knows?
that's
Maybe.
true. We might
Corey,
get
where can people reach you?
Find me at Kaori Kaori, and you can find me everywhere with that, including Instagram and PlayStation Network. All right. That's
All
it.
right, there you go.
Oh wow, she's gonna have all kind of friend
I
requests.
want friends.
And if you want to join the garden and become a Rosebud, you can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. Also, check out The Voice AfterBuzz Monday nights, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern. I am on that as well. Make sure, again, you tune in to the Battleground AfterBuzz this Sunday as you see the predictions title come home to SmackDown where it belongs. For Omar and Kaori Takee, I'm Christian Rosenberg. See you next time.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.